Welcome to design of reinforced concrete structure. Previous chapter we can start the our new chapter load and structural plan. Straightforward to this chapter we can start new topic design philosophy. Design philosophy is seems like foundation of a building. We don't have philosophy, then it is very difficult to solve any structure or any design. A reinforced concrete structure should be so designed that it fulfill its intended purpose during its intended life. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, we are at the point of this design philosophy. Design philosophy is totally depend on three main proportions: adequate safety in terms of strength and stability of the structure, stability of the element, adequate serviceability in terms of stiffness and durability, and last and very important, economic of the structure. Any client must require the structure should be economic and low cost. Thus, all structure must be designed to be safe, serviceable, and economical as per Indian Standard 456-2000. There are mainly three methods available. First, working stress. Second, limit state. And the last method is not based on any theory and example. It is total based on experimental investigation of any structural engineer or engineer. Our first method, limit state method. In this method of design, the structure shall be designed to withstand safety all load liable to act on it through its life. It shall also satisfy the serviceability requirements such as limitations on deflection and cracking. In short, limit state method is that method in which the load are applied to the structure at that limit which the structure becomes stable, and above that limit of loading the structure will collapse. That's why in this method we can calculate uh, all this load, capacity and stability checks and then design as per the criteria. The aim of design is to achieve acceptable probability that the structure will not become unfit for us for which it is intended. That is that it will not reach a limit state or relevant limit state shall be considered in design to ensure an adequate degree of safety and serviceability. In general, structures shall be designed for the most critical limit state and shall be cracked for the other limit state. The principle of limit state are limit state of collapse, limit state of serviceability, and the limit state method has been discussed in detail in the subsequent article. As we require, we can study the limit state. The method is working straight method. This is the traditional method of design used not only for reinforced concrete but also for structural steel and timber. This method of design was evolved around the year 1919. This method was accepted by many national codes. Indian standard IS 456-1953 was based on this method. It was revised in 1957, 1964, and etc. etc. Here, this method is based on linear elastic theory. The method ensures adequate safety by suitable restricting the stress in the material, concrete or steel, included by expected working load on the structure. This method, it is assumed that concrete and steel are elastic. At the worst combination of working load, the stress in material are not exceed beyond the permissible value. The permissible stress are found out by using suitable factor of safety to the material strength, etc. For example, concrete in compression due to bending, a factor of safety equal to 3 is considered on 28 days. Characteristic strength and factors of safety equal to 1.8 is considered on the yield strength of mild steel reinforced in tensile due to bending. Now, working stress method does not consider the mode of failure of the structure, ductile or brittle. Also, the reserve strength of material beyond yield point is not considered in this method of design. Reinforced concrete is a composite material. The working stress method assumes strain compatibility where whereby the strain reinforcing steel is assumed to be equal to that in the adjoining concrete to which it is bonded. Consequently, the stress in concrete by a constant factor called the modulus ratio, defined as the ratio of modulus of elasticity of steel to that of concrete. The working stress method is therefore also known as modular ratio method. Modular ratio method M is equal to eccentricity, ES divided by EC is equal to 280 divided by 3 sigma CBC, where CBC is equal to permissible compressive stress in bending. Demerits of working stress method. First demerit is it does not show that the real strength not given the true factor of safety of the structure under failure. The modular ratio design result in larger percentage of compressive steel than that given by the limit state design, thus leading to uneconomic design. Because of creep and non-linear stress strain relationship, concrete does not have definite modulus of elasticity. It assumes stress strain relationship for concrete is constant, which is not true for lifetime of the structure. It does not consider the mode of failure of the structure. Fail it failed due to discriminate between different types of load that act simultaneously but have different categories. It gives larger section of structure element thus uneconomical. Merits of WSM is it is simple both in concept as well as in application. The design usually results in large section of structural member compared to limit state method. Due to this, structure designed by working stress method give better serviceability, performance, less deflection, less crack, etc. It is reasonably reliable. It is essential to have a knowledge of working stress method since it forms a part of limit state method. IS 456 has incorporated were limit state method and deleted working stress method. But the concept of working stress method is retained by checking serviceability, states of deflection and cracking. Now we are going to study the stages in structure design. First stage of structure design is structural planning, action of forces and computation of load. analysis of structure, member design, slab, beam, column, footing, etc., detailing, drawing, and preparation of schedule. Guiding principle of structural planning. The principal element of a building frame are as follows: slab, beam, column, and footing. As well as we already very well know that the all principle of that element. This is one of the building in which we can see line diagram of a structure in which we can say that some element, slab, column, beam, footing. Here footing are fixed and the building called RC building frame structure. Structure wall planning involves some following terms: position and orientation of column, location of beam, spacing of slab, layout and planning of stair, type of footing, etc. In next chapter, we are start point to point discussion of this structural planning involvement.